Well, you ask me this every week, and you know what, Counterfeit? Like last week and the week before that, I am looking forward to a lot of MC5 games and some good games as well. Because damn, have we had some exciting matches recently? We've had in the Blue Cups, we had the Dynasty of Roxas falling. Here in the Red Cups, we've seen Victory of Lords make their comeback. We are crossing our fingers, Counterfeit, but for now I think we are getting a custom game up and running. So guys, if you want to play with us here on the stream, please join up so that we can get you guys into some fights, so we can get some action onto the stream. Well, I don't want to see you go into solo queue either, Peter. Hopefully people will actually join up, so we are gonna have to avoid seeing that. Well, obviously, Victory of Lords, I would love to see them come in here and well, do well again. Now, I want to keep an eye out for Superstars as well, because they did put Victory of Lords into a, or they put up a good fight against Victory of Lords in the last week, so I kind of want to see them do the same this week. But obviously, Victory of Lords, they are a hard team to beat. So you are gonna have to see if they can go all the way. ANG, also a team that I'm looking forward to seeing if they actually turn up today and will put in their best work. Then I'm sure that they are going to be able to do fine for themselves. You definitely haven't. You know what, Counterfeit? You asked me which team I was looking forward to seeing. Now I'm gonna do the same to you. Which team are you looking forward to seeing? Because it's not every day you get the chance to voice your opinion.
No, just weekend days. I'm really excited to see. I think, well, you know me, Dealers, I'm a sucker for an underdog team, but I can temper those expectations with teams that I think could win, but just haven't as of yet. And for me, that's Energy Esport. You know, they made it through to the semi-finals last time round. They got knocked out there, but I think they're a team that could conceivably come as surprises. Much as, you know, we've seen Roxas fall. We know that Victory of Lords haven't, you know, perhaps not quite as indomitable as Roxas were before, but still the team to beat.
Okay. So basically you're saying Energy Esports?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, it is a French team, and we do know that here in the Red Cups, French teams are very, very strong. So, yeah, Peter, I think that you are putting your money on a good horse now for today. Right now in our custom game, we do see Angie actually coming out here and dominating quite a lot, finding 6 kills.
Yeah, Angie actually joined this game late as well, so commendable. As we've nearly got a full game. If you guys do try and join him with the passkey ESL123 or the global chat invite, if it says it's not available, that might be because we've got a 12th player already joining in. But wow, this is already pretty crazy. We're 2 minutes in. I think we've got a lot of kills in this game, but wow, look at that table. Everyone's been getting almost, you know, there's only a spread of between the first and what, the 6th, 7th place of two kills difference.
Well, Peter, since we do not have the bracket up yet, and that means we do get to do a bit of a podcast right here. I do have a question for you, because you know, one subject that I have been very interested in as of lately has been Pokemon. Now, I kind of want to. I'm wondering which Pokemon is your favorite, or your Pokemon game, of course.
Well, let's see. I like to think that Big Man, who we're looking at the moment, you know, I'm gonna try and link these two together. It's gonna be a torturous process, let me tell you. Reminds me a little bit of the Pokemon Snorlax, because while not being a man, he's pretty big. And, you know, that's after my own heart, or what's left of it after all these years.
Yeah, I know you love to sleep, Peter, so I can see why the Snorlax. Well, my favorite Pokemon, that's a hard one. See, I used to play, now, I don't know if I can call it my favorite Pokemon. But I used to play Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire a lot. And see, I remember playing Sapphire, where you get electric, but you also get in Ruby you get Groudon, and I always thought that. Sorry, no, I'm sorry, I'm putting it the wrong way around. You get Groudon in Ruby, and you get Kyogre or Kyogre in Sapphire.
Oh man,
that's,
I think you're gonna keep saying it though, so I've got to correct you before it drives me mad. It's Ruby.
Sorry, Ruby. So in Ruby, you can get Groudon, and in Sapphire you get Kyogre. I love Kyogre. I think that's a really nice Pokemon. I don't see. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. Let me show you. It's in the Discord now. If you know how to say it, please educate me.
Kyogre, I think.
Maybe. Let me. Do you think you can go on Google Translate and have like a Pokemon translator?
There is a video.
Yeah, it's saying Kyogre.
That was much more noise than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, it's saying Kyogre as well.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that random burst of music. That was me trying to find a video of how to pronounce it. There you go. Big Gorilla agrees with me. Snorlax is a cutie. The most huggable. I mean, it's tough because, like, I feel like Snorlax is... Actually, yeah, I feel like that's the kind of thing we should be going for. Which is the most huggable of all the Pokemon. Like, Snorlax, I think, is a strong contender. You know, there's a lot of poundage there. And, if you excuse the term. And, you know, there's a lot to love. But at the same time, I think that might be, you know, caring for something that's that big and eats that much. You know, it's a big life commitment, and maybe just some people aren't ready for something as, you know, involved. Ooh, Aldo Vasquez likes Gengar. Is Gengar huggable? I guess.
How do you spell Gengar?
G-E-N-G-A-R.
Wait, no, that's not huggable. You know,
well, it depends.
I think
most Pokemon are considered to be solid or can be solid, so I guess they could qualify as huggable. But I don't know quite how they would, like, you know, how they hug.
See, I think when I think of a huggable Pokemon, the one that springs to mind is the Mudkip.
Oh.
I think that's huggable.
It's quite small though, isn't it?
Well, all good things are small.
I think, yeah, well, I think they do make plushies of those. Maybe one day they'll make plushies of RG, who I've lost, there they are, who's doing extremely well in this game. But just like before, I think, yeah, we've got a very small spread between... Okay, so it's the top 4 now. So Misawa and Wings Kill falling behind a little bit. But yeah, well, maybe one of these days, one of these guys will get their own huggable plushie.
Why not? Why not? So, Peter, we do have our bracket up. And guys, just to update you all, we are gonna go for Superstars versus ANG first. Now, seeing as how the community game has elapsed, I think we might be going to a break just so we can get things ready for you guys.
So yes, we'll just check in on that team, and we should be back in just a few minutes' time with our opening ESL match.
Is Superstars America ANG International.
Welcome back, everyone, and to our first official ESL game of the day as the Superstars over in the blue, representing the United States of America, go up against the international squad of ANG.
Now, last week, Superstars, they went all the way to the grand final. They're looking to repeat that feat here today. Here against ANG, their road begins.
For ANG, this is a chance to prove themselves on this grand stage. As we mentioned, there's a huge variance between... Whoa! Hold the phone there. D-Pat, you monster. Starting things out very well for the side of the Superstars.
Well, he is a superstar counterfeit, and right there hitting a big grenade, getting that one kill here. D-pad once again getting a kill with that rifle. The first one of the game for him. ANG right now only finding 3 kills. With the way superstars they are playing, I think this game might just be over very, very soon.
Now we checked in for a second there with Team ANG team captain Terran G not having the best of games so far, but yes, everything is going the way right now of the superstars. D-Pat doing a fantastic job so far, and of course we've got team captain G Phazo on the lineup, though currently a little indisposed. I'm sure we'll be back into the action momentarily.
Our first destination counterfeit is construction site. The second one will be scramble. So 2 maps where these 2 teams they can clash time and time again and just go ham. Superstars, I don't think they're gonna need more than 2 matches though, because damn, are they very far ahead right now.
If you guys would like to look at the bracket for today, use the !! bracket command on YouTube, and you'll be able to see that the winner of this series will be going up against the winner of the Victory of Lords versus a Rockstar quarterfinal that's going on just above where we are in the bracket right now. Energy Esports taking on Dark Nation, and Redeemy 2 taking on Destiny X as well. 4 fantastic quarterfinals, but sadly we can only show you one of them so far. We'll be likely moving on to the semis immediately following this.
And next, will not find a kill right there. Just taken down by 7 Zerx, and D-Pad immediately trades 2 kills over to Superstars. ANG falling further and further behind, but Fast also finding a kill. It's 30 to 13. Counterfeit, this game is very much in the hands of the Superstars.
Zerx doing a nice job there of sneaking round the side of ANG, keeping them perennially in the middle of a firing circle, which is such a very bad idea in real life, but in video games, fantastically effective because the opponent just doesn't know where to look.
Superstars so very far ahead, now coming in with an airstrike. 38 kills, ANG 14. Zerx will not land a shot right there. Will get one onto Terran G in the end. Trying to find yet another one, but will not hit those shots. ANG they are extremely far behind as FaZe finds kill onto Dan the Amigo, and the Amigo and his squad falls even further behind.
Superstars seem to have this one pretty much under wraps despite a last second flurry from ANG. And wow, I mean, Superstars have nearly put this game in the ground before the halfway mark has been reached. ANG barely getting on the board at all. Tempo does come in and take out D-Pat. That's a big scalp. And Seven gets another as well. But with ANG now missing a member, I think they're going to have to look towards game 2 to have any kind of chance.
They're gonna have to make their comeback on Scramble because Superstars, they're completely dominating construction site. Who will find the last kill? Superstars, you need one more. And there we go. Zerx is gonna be the last man. So find that kill. ANG, 26 kills. Superstars, 50. So definitely coming out and being the strongest team.
Alright guys, that will get our first game done, though. We have a bit of an unfortunate announcement today. Due to some problems, we won't be able to do the giveaways over the course of today. It's something we're looking to sort out as soon as possible, but just so you guys are aware and not confused about, unfortunately we're not able to do the giveaways today, so we'll just have to rely exclusively on the fantastic games, and of course you guys' games as well, which I trust will be equally fantastic to watch. We will be back after the break with our second encounter between the Superstars and ANG, so don't go anywhere. The finals will return in 7 minutes or less. Welcome back, guys. Our quarterfinals continues between the superstars of the USA and ANG. Now, game one was pretty tough for our underdogs in red, and any hopes of them changing their historical form may be ill-founded.
Certainly is. ANG, if I remember correctly, they met the superstars in last week's monthly final 2, which spelled the doom as well for ANG. Now, if I go back and just have a look, it was the Red January 2019 finals. Oh no, I am actually mistaken. It was Brooklyn who took down ANG. Brooklyn not a part of today's stream, but nonetheless, still an American team that took down ANG, and apparently that is ANG's kryptonite.
Yeah, well, the American teams, much like we praised the Japanese and French teams before, America tending to put out a lot of very strong MC5 squads to see them all the time in various different configurations with different players and different teams. Certainly Xerax and DPAT, names we've seen around for a long time, of course, as well as Darren, who's currently occupied with trying to invade ANG's spawn location and just murder everybody. Didn't quite manage to do it, but got pretty close.
Oh, that is true, kind of fit now, right here. Next, they're looking for a kill, but Fonzo will get one onto Dandy. Superstars, once again, coming out swinging and dominating this game. Kind of fit. Do you think it's going to be a 2-0? Because right now, Superstars, they are on the road to that, but when I say that, ANG, they find 2 kills with 1 grenade.
Well, team captain Phaser for the Superstars is certainly doing a pretty great job of keeping Superstars in the lead. However, I'm starting to see a little bit more fight out of ANG this time round. You mentioned, Scramble, a very different map than a construction site. You've got these different kinds of engagements, and ANG, they're doing a lot better than they were before. Whether they can actually win the series back again is, well, remains to be seen, but I'm more impressed by ANG this time round, certainly.
They are keeping up with Superstars, but Superstars, they are still ahead. And ANG, they need to put in more work and more pressure onto Superstars if they are to win this game and not go out 2-0 here in the quarterfinal.
Darren taking out Dandy Lemeo, which is a pretty great name. For ANG, let's see. So it is 7. Yes, we noticed 7 before, doing some real nice work. We've already seen in this series how powerful those grenades can be, especially when it comes to clumps of the enemy. And, this whole match, or this whole game so far, has been head-to-head brutal fighting where the assaults can really make an impact.
DPAT finding a kill onto turn G. Airstrike being deployed. 4 minutes left to go. ANG so far behind. Nearly 10 kills on Superstars. Dominating here in this game. Xerax will find a kill onto Dandy. Dandy really being taken down quite a lot here in this game. It has not been his series at all. Also trying to look for yet another kill. Currently walking 8 of his own. And he will go down to a grenade from Dandy. So Dandy coming in with a revenge.
Yes, Dandy quite handy with those grenades. And let's have a look around. So we're seeing some decent performances overall from the ANG squad, but I think it's Xerax that's been the big difference maker that's pushing the Superstars to be out in the lead. As Lexa grabs one on T-Mobile. Another, but Xerax 10-6 so far. As much as we've been praising the assault classes, making good use of that sniper instant kill as well.
The Superstars, they are about to close this chapter, kind of fit. They need 5 more kills, make that 4, as T-Mobile finds a kill. T-Mobile will go down, Faso finding a kill, and the Darkness NX will find yet another kill. 2 more, and they need 8. I don't think they're gonna make that comeback, and Superstars, they're gonna win out this series, move into the semi-final, where they have the chance of meeting either Victory of Lords or Rockstars.
Alright guys, so ANG, their journey ends here. Even as one of the top 8 teams of January, weren't quite able to do it against Superstars, but honestly, for ANG going forward, they did so much better in game number 2, and you compare the numbers between the first 2, it's not even, close. I think if ANG, keep pushing themselves, then maybe next time we see them in the monthly finals, they'll be able to get just a little bit further through the tournament.
That is true. So we're gonna have to see if they can make their way into yet another monthly final. But that is for another episode to come, Counterfeit. For now, it is the February Cups and the monthly final of February. And for now, ANG, they're not gonna participate in that anymore.
It's true, superstars go forward, but for you guys, the action will never cease. For we will get you set up with another community game. We're impressed by how many of your folks turned up for the free-for-all last time round. So this time, we're going to get you on something a little bit different. Deedless, I put it in your hands. What's it
In
gonna
my
be?
hands? My hands?
Yes.
What can I do with this power?
Well, we could have a classic team battle. We could have a capture the flag encounter. We could have zone control.
Oh, I love me some capture the flag and some zone control.
VIP is one which we don't do very often, which is quite popular in the custom games.
Well, let's go for VIP then on the streets.
On the streets, all right, guys. So you heard the man. ESL 1, 2, 3. Let's get here for some VIP. Protect your VIP while slaying the opposition. Get those big points in. This one does tend to can end very quickly or can take a long time. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. So, just having a look through the chat. So again, any of you guys who just might come by the stream, we have the unfortunately not going to be able to do the giveaways today. But if you guys have got any giveaways outstanding for more than 3 weeks, please do let us know in the chat, along with ideally your dog tag and platform and whenever it was that you won, and we'll get the pass across to redo. But for now, come and join us, one and all. We don't bite, or do we?
Well, I certainly don't, but I think you might, Peter. I've heard some horrifying tales about you on a full moon night.
Ah, yes, the old full moon MC5 battle royale. I wonder if that'll ever be a thing. I'll have to see if I can persuade Redu to get a Halloween episode going. Hello? Is Halloween nearby? No, I don't think so. Second Halloween incoming. Anyway. Alright, looks like we've got enough to get...
There's a long time till Halloween, mate. It's in October.
Oh man, I can't wait that long.
Well...
Okay, well, let's get you guys into game while we are on break looking for our next ESL game. You can, of course, come and join in once the game has got started, but we'll see you guys on the other side of the break. Alright guys, so it looks like, yes, as expected, the VIP matches go very quickly, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into Battle Royale just while we wait for our next game to show up. And then, after we've done a couple of them, then I guess we'll get you guys back on stream again. But yes, Vicky, I'm glad you got your giveaway. I'm sorry that it took so long. That sounded like that was very unfortunate. Right, have we got any challenges going? So, we can get some credits for that. What do we need? So we need to do some kills. We need to get to it actually and win a game, don't we? And we need some headshots as well. Alright, let's do that. So let me just turn off the passkey for now, because this is not accessible by passkey, but if you queue up for Battle Royale right now, there's a chance you'll get into the same game as I'm in. And if you throw up a YOLO into the chat, then I'll know that it's you when you're from the stream, or you're a fan of outdated memes. But yes, our rule hack, the giveaways can take up to 3 weeks, as you know, in terms of normal order of business. So if it's been 2 weeks, that's nothing to be worried about as of yet. It's one of those things that it's best to forget about and then just kind of come back to. Alright, so hopefully I'll get to play against some of you guys in this Battle Royale. Looking forward to it! I'm also looking forward to when the next patch comes down, which won't, I think, be for a while. I haven't had any news about it as of yet. But I'm hoping there'll be some more Battle Royale upgrades in there. Daniel Octavania, oh sorry, I definitely get your name wrong. If the Battle Royale is not showing up for you on Android, that tends to mean that your device isn't rated to be able to play it. But if that doesn't seem like that should, you know, if you've got a powerful phone and it's telling you and it's not showing up, then I would get in touch with Game of Support and see if they can help you out. Because that's what I believe would generally be the reason for it. Is it's kind of deletes itself from the menu if your phone isn't powerful enough to keep up with all of the new bits and pieces they've thrown into Battle Royale. Sorry, nice. Wait, where did they go? Am I going about the same way I came? I am not 100% certain. Well, let's hope we don't actually find anyone, because they're probably going to kill us because we don't have particularly good equipment. Daniel, so we're waiting for our next ESL match. And then once we have it, or after a couple of these Battle Royales, we'll get you guys back on stream. Okay, I don't think we're going to get anything extra here, so let's just go on a bit of a roam around the place. Berserker, you want to be in the content creator program? Well, I take it you've already applied through the website for the content creator. As I say, myself and Deedless are not Gameloft employees. We are just humble streamers, so we don't have any real influence over that, but that's, as my understanding is, that's what you need to do, is apply for that program. If you've applied and not heard anything back, I would send through an email to the Modern Combat Community at gmail.com, the email address that shows up during the breaks, and hopefully there'll be Radu, the community manager, who you can reach through that email address, will be able to help you out. Alright, so we've got an okay amount of stuff.
Wait, are you doing a Battle Royale?
I am. The problem
And
with
then you
VIPs,
haven't died yet.
well, I'm working on it.
Nice.
The,
I'm not. I'm looking forward to seeing you die.
oh, that's a little creepy. The problem with the battle with the VIP is it tends to go very quickly. I think that might be why some people play it as like a kind of almost like an abbreviated mode, because you get 5 points for the VIP, and people when we're playing in public games don't actually tend to protect the VIP at all, so it just ends very quickly.
So what you're saying is that people use it when they need to procrastinate?
Um, sure.
Nice.
Daniel, you're a Modern Combat versus player as well over on YouTube. Cool. No, I mean this is all the same channel with. Let me just get a few bits and pieces on here. So Versus and MC5 share the same channels, and same. I think a lot of this stuff has the same fan bases. They are made by different game loss companies, so we don't, as much as we don't know too much about Modern Combat 5, in terms of internal workings, we know a lot less about Modern Combat Versus because we don't really get to interact with that too much at all. Alright, this is probably... Oh, hello.
What up?
Might actually be an
Wait, why do you have an ACOG on a shotgun?
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I was just doing, was taking it off, because I was like, this is probably one of the very few instances where having a sight is actually probably just straight worse than not having a sight. Okay.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So I think we've got at least a possible gun.
Yeah, that's fine. And then the ACOG is amazing. See, I love having an ACOG on my SMG.
Why is that?
Well, I just think it shoots fast and it actually hits fairly well in this game. There's not a huge drop off in MC5. I don't even think there is any drop off.
Oh man, I can't give up on a red. I love my reds too much.
Peter, come back into the light.
No, the only light I need is a red light.
Nice.
Let's see, CKY. I'm afraid we don't know anything about the pricing. We're definitely, as far as we're not involved in development at all. As to why there may have been, it looks like increases to rental prices. I'm afraid I don't know. Redo will be. Noah did a kind of a community stream before. So if you look out for Friday, like I think they're mostly going to be on Fridays, community streams, that you can ask direct questions of Redo. So yeah, that kind of thing. That's probably a good time to ask someone who'd actually have a proper answer for you.
Ooh, Peter, you have a sniper, mate.
I don't. I accidentally swapped out the wrong one.
Wait, did you throw away your imp? You used to have an imp, mate.
I didn't used to have an imp. I used to have an E24 and I threw that away. Alright, so we'll do one more and then we'll let you guys back onto stream again. So yeah, in that case, I kind of knew that if I stood still to shoot at them, I was probably just going to die. And it turned out I was right. But at least it was good science.
Well, you did hit a lot of shots. You just didn't shoot them in the head, which kinda is the most effective strategy when you want to kill someone.
Well, I mean, yeah, you say potato, I say potato. Alright. There you go. Arul Hack was right. Nobody could have dodged that. Nobody. I'm glad you and the game agree, Arul.
Oh man, guys, why do you do this? Don't tell Peter. Just don't.
Oh, that was a bit lucky. gonna move before I get killed. I think didn't we establish the no D-list, no more bullying, no more cyberbullying on stream last time round?
No. You know, man, I'm a sassy person. I'm gonna bully you a lot. And I'm not gonna give up just because you tell me to. I know that's usually what you say to a bully, but hey, I'm one of those bullies that don't give up.
Oh man.
So the worst kind.
D-list, I think your brand of the esports cyberbully is well.
Hey man, I gotta brand myself as something.
Oh man. I don't know if I can endorse such a flagrant abuse of me. Let's see.
Well, which other possibilities do you have, man?
Try not cyberbullying.
That's not a possibility.
I know.
I will always bully. It's in my blood. It runs in my family.
Do you come from a family of perennial bulliers?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I now understand. It all makes sense.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't be sorry, because then I'll punch you. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. Or I'll bully you.
Well, this conversation's got very weird.
Say you're sorry for being sorry.
Anyway, I'm afraid
Don't ignore me.
See, that's how you deal with the Danish bullying epidemic, guys. You just talk about something else. I believe they've got a question in the chat, and I believe, though, you can definitely get in touch with Gamer Support to get a proper answer. But my understanding is that the Switch is considered to be a different game, so I don't believe you can switch accounts off to it. But I could be wrong. But yeah, I'd say Gamer Support are really the guys to get definitive answers on that kind of thing from. Alright, so we've killed 3 people, and it looks like apparently the fighting's going on at the fort, so I suppose we should go there and get in on that.
Go find people, Peter.
Yeah, if you guys want to play on Windows, you can get it through the Windows Store if you're on Windows 10, and I think maybe 8? Or you can get it on Steam, which is really cool. It's been a long time coming onto Steam, so I'm very happy that's now a thing. Oh crap. Well, that was a very unfortunate time to be doing it. Well, I suppose an excellent example of why you shouldn't change your loadout while you're in somewhere with literally no cover at all, because someone will just shoot you in the face.
Peter, it's not about winning, it's about trying.
Well,
and that's you try a lot, so I'm happy on your behalf.
Ah, thanks. So, Daniel, we'll just see if we can get an update on the ESL tournament. So, it looks like I think we've got some protests going on at the moment, which is kind of delaying us from getting started on that. So, we'll be getting you guys into the game. So, we've done our VIP. I think that's probably a little too short for a good break game. But did you have another one you want to try?
Well, I always like capture the flag.
Okay.
You know I'm a huge sucker for capture the flag.
Well, okay. So, let's see what map to do it on. Let's try on canals. Let's try on canals. I think canals being the biggest map by quite a long way. I don't necessarily know if a capture flag map needs to be big, but I feel like it's probably the one which is most designed for it because it's got the different angles you can approach from.
Yeah, it's also a pretty good map. I really enjoy watching capture the flag on Canal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so please do come along and join while we see about the next ESL tournament game. We'll be sending out if either of you guys do come into the game, please do add me up as a friend, and then that means I'll be able to spam you with invitations from now until the end of time. Let's see. Zuri. I'm just going to call you Zuri because I can't get the name right. As far as Switch tournaments goes, I know there's a lot of people watching who are new Switch players, and I have been asking about that, but I don't believe there are any plans as of yet. If you'd like to see a Switch tournament, please do send an email into moderncombatcommunity@gmail.com, and then from there, the more emails that come in about asking about a Switch tournament, the more likely it is to happen. Because it's the kind of thing that, if you write in a letter to say a TV station or whatever, they kind of treat that like 100 people feel the same way but just haven't written it in. So if you guys send in even just a few emails to moderncombatcommunity@gmail.com saying that you'd like to play in a Switch tournament, then it's dramatically more likely to happen.
Well, Peter, that is true. And obviously, guys, Switch tournaments would be an amazing thing to see. Now, we're obviously used to the iOS, the PC, and the Android, but I've never seen anyone shoot someone with a Switch. So I would love to see how you guys would go around using the Switch for the MC5. Unfortunately, I don't own a Switch. I don't think you own a Switch either, Peter. Do you?
It's something which I want to get. It's a very cool piece of hardware. Like, honestly, when the Switch initially came out, or was initially announced, I was kind of like, whatever. But it's, given the fact that it's, it didn't actually necessarily have a huge amount of technological advancements, but I think Nintendo have done very well in creating pieces of hardware, like, not the Nintendo DS, for example, which isn't the most technologically advanced, but fulfills its needed function extremely well.
See, man, I have the Nintendo DS. That is a good piece of hardware. I think my favorite one, the favorite console ever, was is probably the Game Boy Advanced SP.
What was that one?
That was the one where you could fold up, and then when you, then it was usually just like a box. It looked like a box. Let me show you. Yeah, I've shared a picture with you in Discord.
Just to answer some of the questions that people are asking in the chat before we get to that. There are plans to merge iOS and Android, though they've been, I think, a little bit on hold with the attention being mostly given across the Battle Royale mode, but hopefully that will be sooner rather than later, so all of the, I believe at least, though I'm definitely not on authority on the subject, that the Android players would then join in with all of the iOS tournaments. Let's see. Yes, John Bonney, currently you wouldn't have seen many Android tournaments because we're doing these monthly tournaments in place of them. But this is the last week that's going to happen, at least for a little while. And we'll be back to showing the PC and Android tournaments again from next week, I believe.
Yes, I think this is the last week that we need to catch up to the monthly finals. Yeah, so next week we're gonna have that's gonna be the PC Cup on Saturday. On Sunday we're gonna have 2 iOS Cups, and then the following Saturday it's going to be the Android Cup instead of the PC one.
Yeah, so we can get a little bit of love back for you Android and PC players. But for now, we're going to consult with our admins, find ourselves our next ESL game, and we shall return in just a few minutes' time. Welcome back, guys, and well, capture flag. It went more or less the way that perhaps you'd have expected, but I'm honestly impressed the red team managed to get a capture off because that's not an easy thing to do.
Especially not when there's so many players here, or when everyone is there, you spawn fairly often when you go down. Sorry, that's not right. See what I'm trying to say, Peter. What I'm trying to say is that when there's a lot of people in the game, they spawn fast when they go down because obviously there's fast spawn on, and they spawn close to the actual flag. So it's just very hard to get that flag.
It's true. It's true. At some point, I'm really hoping that we can get some, I know some of you guys were asking about new maps. I believe that while the Battle Royale map is being developed, I don't think there's very likely to be any more multiplayer maps coming out, but once the Battle Royale, is pretty much map complete, because it's pretty close right now. I mean, I guess the main thing is just kind of putting a bit more variety in there while still not, causing it to tank people's systems. But once all that's done, then presumably the mapping team are going to be open to be able to bring in some more multiplayer maps, bring in some, well, eventually, hopefully, some capture the flag maps as well.
Yep, well, I am crossing my fingers kind of it. I would love to see that happen. Now, Confit.
Yes, dude.
I know you're a betting man. Well, actually not, because I always say this and you say, no, I'm actually not, Jasper. But
well, let's say for the sake of argument I am.
Yes. Which top will you end in? Top 10? Top 5? Top 1?
I thought you were asking me which tub I was going to end in. I was like, oh no, it's going to be an awkward end to the evening.
My top or your top?
Well, let's see how it goes. I think I'm going to win.
Okay. Well, that is ballsy, I guess.
I'm gonna smash him. You're gonna be.
Whoa.
You'll be like, hey, who's that guy who won that thing? And I'll be like, it's me.
It's a counterfeit.
Oh, they must be literally just above us. Yeah. Oop. Oh man, I should have been spamming the fire button as opposed to holding it down. That was a big mistake.
You told me you were gonna win. You're such a liar.
Yep. Can't argue with that. Alright, let's try one more time.
Well, at least you admit it, so that's something.
I don't know, man. It's one of those things that I've realised that it's a very good defense. If you're just going to be a big liar, once you've admitted it, the people don't really know what to do because they're not. I don't think people are quite used to the idea of people admitting when they're wrong and knowing what to actually do about it. Because most of the time, you're watching a movie, and somebody, someone will get proven to be lying, and you're like, haha, and then the movie probably ends and they get thrown in jail. But it's very rare that someone just admits what they were doing, and then you're like, I don't really know how this goes. I haven't seen this happen in many movies.
Sure. Well, talking about movies, Peter. Which movie is your favorite? Or give me like 3 good movies.
Just a second. I'm just trying to shoot this person in the face. Ah, well, I'll do. 3 good movies. Oh man, that's a lot of good movies. I don't know. I feel like there are quite a few movies that I feel like probably pretty much everybody should be aware of. Not necessarily watching, but just kind of like maybe watching, like somebody do reviews of, like stuff like Die Hard. The original Die Hard movies is very.
Oh, you're into that?
It was a big part of. What is going on?
Shoot him.
No, this is going kind of weird.
Wild Goose Chase, brother. Wild Goose Chase.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, this is... honestly many reasons to not spawn in near the airport. Because it is the worst place.
I know. Wait, mate. We've been over this before. The airport is the best place to spawn.
Enjoy
Peter.
dying, sure.
Peter. Come on, mate.
Alright, Hero Gaming Simon's got my back. Hero
But you
Gaming
never
Simon.
you didn't give me any. You only gave me one good movie.
So I'm too busy being amazing at video games.
Okay then. Well, goodbye, Peter.
Let's see. Other films that are worth seeing. I don't know. Give me a genre because I need to narrow it down. Because there's a lot of films that are worth seeing.
Okay, I love. I'm a big fan of sci-fi movies.
Okay. I mean, there's loads of like incredibly like necessary viewings if you're gonna, the Alien movies, the Terminator.
Yeah.
2 probably
Ooh.
primarily. Like
about Alien.
Yes.
See, I went to my brother's birthday today, and we were talking about which movies we saw when we were children.
Oh yeah,
Because
don't watch Alien when you're a child. It will traumatize you.
see, it all started because my brother's girlfriend's, I think is his or her nephew. Apparently his parents were mad at him because he was watching Harry Potter alone. Well, like the last few Harry Potters when they turned dark, of course.
Okay, I was gonna say that like
And
even in the
he's
book
like,
series, there's a big difference between the different iterations.
yeah, and he's like 8 years old, so I can somewhat understand that.
Wait, why are they mad at him? He's 8 years old.
Well, he's 8 years old, so I can understand why the parents, they kind of want to protect him from seeing people die in the movies because it is pretty gruesome. But anyway, so my brother and I, we were talking because when we grew up, we were allowed to watch pretty much anything. I'm pretty sure I watched Alien when I was like 10 years old. I probably watched Rambo as well.
You should definitely not have been seeing those movies at that age.
Yes, I agree. But there was one movie that my brother and we were not allowed to watch. Can you guess which one it is?
I hope it's not a movie which is unsuitable for mentioning on stream.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
So just to catch, Lexa asking about the Android tournament. So we're currently covering the monthly finals. So the Android tournament is going on, but it's not on stream. And Blue Smiley, hey, over on Twitch, nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Sorry, D-List, you were saying.
Yep. Do you want to guess? Do you want to come with a guess?
I don't. I think that's too wide for me to really be able to make any kind of reasonable guess.
Okay, I can give you one. I can give you a hint.
Okay.
It's an action movie from 2005, and it won three Oscars.
True Lies, maybe?
No, it was King Kong, Peter Jackson's. Because
wait, that won Oscars? I never saw that movie.
It did. It won 3 Oscars. But it's. I remember I watched it when I was like 17 for the first time, and there's one scene where they end up in a valley, and they're like at this, or they're stranded on this island where there's a lot of like big creatures like King Kong and gigantic spiders.
Okay.
And I'm very scared of spiders. Like that one scene definitely gave me nightmares because down in that valley you just see like big worms, spiders come out, and they try to kill the people in the movie. So that scared me a lot.
Oh, Deadshot. The prize for these tournaments is there's a $500 €500 prize pool for the Europeans, which is split between first and second place. I believe we'll be getting into the semis in just a second. Hopefully, we won't come across any giant spiders when we get there, but perhaps only some gigantic players. Hopefully, it was Skull Island in the King Kong movies, right?
Yeah, I think that was the one.
Yeah.
Oh,
hello.
See, we also talked about which actor would be good to be the new James Bond.
Oh, yeah.
Once Daniel Craig retires.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba?
Idris Elba. Do you not know Idris Elba?
I do. But you want him to be the new James Bond?
Yeah, man, he'd be amazing. I mean, I know he's like probably aged out of it a little bit at this point, but I still think I still think he's really good at it.
Is. He's what, like he? Oh well, he's like 47, and Daniel Craig is like what, 50 something?
Yeah, I think they could at least get one movie out of him.
Yeah, Daniel Craig is 51. Well, you see, I don't agree with this, but my what's it called? My brother-in-law, he wanted Cillian Murphy to be the new James Bond.
Oh, I think I saw something about that. Yeah, I think he'd be fine. Also, guys, what I'm going to do, because we've had a few different things, well, we've had a few of the same things in a row, I'm going to set up a tier 1 game, which I'll play myself. So, Deadshot, we're not doing the giveaways today. Unfortunately, we've had some Game Off have had some problems, so we can't do giveaways, at least this particular week, so sorry about that. Let's go for, I don't know, Dealers, where should we go for the tier 1 game?
Oh, sorry. Repeat, sorry, I was talking to the admin.
Where should we go for this tier 1 game?
Let's go to let's go to Scramble.
Okay. So guys, you need a tier 1 weapons, tier 1 armor. And yeah, let's see if I can beat you guys up and not come in last. Yeah. We've limited it down to just the 4 classes: Assault, Heavy, Sniper, and Support. Because the tier 1 weapon for the Recon is very, very crazy. So hopefully you guys have got some kind of tier 1 loadout ready, and you'll be able to come join in. We'll see. Kenzo, sorry for all of you guys, we're going to have to probably end it repeating
ourselves. Counterfeit. We do have a code for our semi-final. Victory Lords versus the Superstars.
Well, in that case, this changes everything. Sorry about this, guys. We'll have to hold off on that tier 1 game for a little bit while we get onto that Vol game.
Yeah, and I think while we get into the lobby, we're going to take a short break, guys. So, obviously stay tuned, and as we are getting into the semi-final, you guys want to go grab a soda, make some popcorns, some dinner, and we will be right back.
Welcome back one and all. We are in our next ESL encounter. Our semi-finals begins with the Superstars fresh off their previous round victory. Now go up against our #1 seeded squad, Victory of Lords.
And now Superstars, they completely dominated their quarterfinal, but now against Victory of Lords, let's see if they can change things up and actually take down the first seeded team.
That's a brutal exchange of grenades and gunfire in the early going. It's actually leaving things very, very even between the two squads. We noted before, Victory of Lords probably the top dog team on for the red tournaments. For blue, it's got to be Roxas up until very recently. But still, given what we're seeing from the Superstars here, they seem to be giving Vol more than a run for their money.
Yeah, they're definitely making sure that Victory of Lords, they're not going to be winning this semi-final without a match. Superstars currently ahead by 3 kills. Victory of Lords, this is not what we usually see from them.
We can see Vol Memory in the chat. Of course, there's so many good Vol players. They have to sometimes stay aside. We'll be watching from the sidelines this time round as the Superstars doing a real nice job of things. It's Kevin who's just respawning in now, the turtle of the squad with that Bramson. And of course a Cog V as well. Kevin has all the tools for all ranges at all times.
Yeah, you can always rely on Kevin with 8 kills right now and accuracy of 10%. This guy's putting in the work, and right here just getting another 2 to the collection. Victory of Lords. They are uncharacteristically being dominated by their opponents.
Yeah, honestly, every time we come with these tournaments, considering it's such high stakes competition, we're always looking to see who will be the team to usurp the top bananas. As we see Harry using the Bounty Hunter. Now the ERG, I believe, is no longer available for players to use, but we do occasionally see some players switching across and using some of the lower tier weapons of a given class, just to, or at least the less popular versions of those weapons, just to have access to those class features.
Well, sometimes it's also about feeling comfortable with a weapon, and for some players, swapping back to the lower tier weapons can make them more comfortable, as PRG is looking for a fight with that Cog V, not a weapon that, a weapon that is used very often. 2 members will go down to an airstrike, right there. Victory Lords, they continue to actually add to their lead, and they have turned things around.
Yeah, Harry, who's mentioned before, is on that Bounty Hunter, has proven in this and other tournaments to be extremely effective when they do get those kill streaks going. The Bounty Hunter is going to make it that much easier to do. You can ramp up those kill streaks by just picking up weapons or getting kills. And, at the point where everybody was using Bounty Hunters, you'd just be seeing constant airstrikes over and over again.
Back in the days, counterfeit, but now we are in the future, and Victory of Lords, they are the future. They want to win yet another monthly final, and right now PRG with 11 kills is the leading man for Victory of Lords and their way to success.
But May's doing a nice job as well, who we're following with at the moment, with that imp. Has backup from the 2 other members of the Victory Lords squad that try and hunt down individual Superstars members. The team from the USA playing the blue started out this one so incredibly well, but I think the experience and tenacity of Victory of Lords has brought them back to this point with a very comfortable lead coming into the back half.
Victory of Lords, they just need 9 more kills, but Superstars are obviously not out of it yet, as you can see on their profile logo. They are dabbing, and they would love to do that on their opponents, but for now it's looking like Victory Lords, they will make the comeback and win this first game in the first semi-final.
Yep, the Superstars, they wanted to dab on the haters, but they've just been left eating potatoes. As Victory of Lords, that to close this one out, only 1 more kill to get the job done. And May, another player you can always rely on to perform extremely well.
1 more kill. Who's gonna get a counterfeit? What's your bet? Who do you believe in?
I would put money on May. Gonna toss that grenade out into the air. It hasn't got the contact right now, Victory Lords, I think, savouring these last few moments before their inevitable victory, but it's Harry who takes the biscuit and will put Victory of Lords one game away from the grand finals.
But nonetheless, you do see the Victory of Lords actually pulling themselves into a victory position, and now the next game will be on Museum. Superstars, they looked good in the early game, and if they can spin that momentum into game number 2 and just keep up the pressure, then I think they will be able to take at least one game off of the Victory of Lords.
Now for the Superstars, we've got to recognise Kevin did extremely well in that game, almost as well as the best performing member of the Victory of Lords squad. So we'll be keeping an eye on them as the tournament goes forward. But one more chance for the Superstars. Will they stay in the tournament? We'll find out in just a few minutes' time. We'll see you then. Alright guys, welcome back to the semi-finals. Victory of Lords versus Superstars once more. Now headed to the museum. We shall see if the Lords will ascend to finals or if Superstars can dab the way out of this one.
You know what kind of fits Superstars? They did pretty well in the first game, in the early stages of that game, that is. However, because once you reach the last 3-4 minutes, the Victory of Lords squad, they just traded kills and they made their comeback. But right here, grenade kills, they're coming out flying, and Superstars, they have a tiny lead to begin with.
We've seen how impactful those grenades can be. PRG and May, all 3 grenade kills in a row from the different sides. DFAT blows themselves up for the grenade though. A little unfortunate as it's dead even in the early going. And let's see who's racking up those numbers. It is team captain G Fazo for the Superstars. And over on the Vol side it is also team owner Stress.
Yep, so right now, these two guys, the big guns, are coming in and shooting down people. Victory of Lords. You know what, Counterfeit? I said for Superstars to take down Victory of Lords, they needed to transition their momentum into this second game and keep up the pressure. They're not doing that right now. They're falling behind. And that means the Victory of Lords, they're sitting comfortable with a 3-kill lead.
PRG doing the best in the early going. Taking up a position around the central obelisk, but will fall down to Xerix. We know that Xerix is a player to watch from the previous game. Did lock down a whole bunch of kills, but now the Superstars are being attempted to be driven away, as Vol have set up a pretty effective defensive line.
Certainly have, and the Superstars, they're gonna have to try and break through that. Victory Lords, they do have the kill lead, so they are not in a hurry to go fighting against Superstars.
Darren and the rest of the Superstars lurking around, trying to come in for the flank on the sarcophagus room the Victory of Lords have held for the time being. Cheeto, though, not a player you want to go up against in a sniper versus sniper battle, because Cheeto is aim and reaction speed are extremely deadly.
That is true, and Cheeto right there getting a kill. Yeah, he is a deadly guy, Counterfeit. Will he get another one? See someone through the scope, but will not be able to connect the shot. Cheeto trying again, but the shots are not landing successfully. There we go, landing yet another shot. Peter, this guy, 4 kills and a 66% accuracy. He is landing every single shot, more or less.
Xerix has come to put pay to that, and just as quickly as Victory of Lords were able to seize their lead, Superstars trying to come back have now driven Vol from the sarcophagus room onto the wider map in general. We'll see if the French squad are just as proficient on the move as they are when they are defending.
Yeah, Counterfeit with 4 minutes left to go. The Superstars, they're not exactly building up any pressure in this game. They are behind 2 kills. But it's not a lot that Victory Lords they have to work with, so they obviously need to also put in more pressure onto Superstars. But at least they have consistently been in control of this game.
Dead even though as we come to the halfway mark. What we like to see from our semi-finals, an extremely competitive match as Fazo locks down another. Darren doing some fantastic work from off of screen from long range to put the Superstars in the lead. PRG with a nice couple of grenades, kills going through, but just as quickly they're traded back.
Stress finds a kill with a grenade. Serax finds a kill onto Harry. We have an even game, Counterfeit, and we are getting awfully close to the finish. Airstrike available for Victory Lords. Decides not to use it for now, but it is there. It is available, and it can come in and wreak havoc upon the Superstars.
We've only got less than 3 minutes remaining to find out if the Superstars will get that game of 3 they've been working for, or if the Lords will be too dominant for that and force out a grand finals placement here and now. Time is running out. Cheeto grabs another for the squad. Will go from long range with the Marager. Not perhaps the best tool for the job, but the Victory Lords back now in control of the sarcophagus room once more. That almost impenetrable defensive position that got them that early lead.
We are about to get to the 40 kill mark here for Victory Lords. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to be played between these two teams in this semi-final. And right now it is a matter of life or death for the Superstars. Because if they lose this game, they will be out.
Superstars, they have impressed coming into this second game, and honestly the whole game long, but Victory Lords, just like before, they're the, from being the team up at the top, they are by definition the most weathered of squads, the ones who are the hardest to rattle. The pressure on the Superstars. We'll have to see. Darren X makes a critical mistake, takes themselves out with a grenade, and that just inches the Superstars further and further away from that finish line.
Oh! But Victory Lords, they find 3 quick kills, and suddenly with 1 grenade from PRG, it is over. And the Superstars, they go down to the Victory Lords 2-0.
Wow, that was all over so very quickly. Victory Lords deadly when it counts right at the end of the game. And of course we're going to give the recognition across to PRG and Cheeto. Both did astonishingly well for the Victory Lords squad, pretty much holding that victory in their hands exclusively.
Now that means the Victory Lords, they get 1 step closer to winning yet another monthly final counterfeit. They've done so. I think they've won, what, like the last 2? At least they won last week's monthly final. Let's look. Yeah, they actually won the last 2. They got 2nd in November. They won January. And they have won... Wait, no, sorry, no. They haven't won February. They won the last one in January. And then they got top 2 in December and November. So these guys, they are used to being in the finals. But now they're just going to try and win yet another one for themselves.
Alright guys, so now we've got our first finalist. Let's get you guys in here while we get set up for our next game. We might be going straight into this next one, because I believe the teams may have been waiting for us, but we'll have to look for confirmation of that. So let's just go for a team battle on overtime, just to get you guys in here as quick as we can, because we may not have long before our next game begins. And we don't want you guys to miss out, after all. Let's see. We're just getting word from our admin at the moment, Aviator. He might be telling us it's a game ready to go right now, in which case we'll just have to abandon ship on this one. Hopefully, we'll have time to get you guys at least started before our next ESL match begins. Alright, Mr. Star and one other. Let's see if we can get you some other buddies. I think, yes, so I think we're going to get the Destiny versus Energy Esports semi-final in just a few minutes time, so stay tuned guys. Well, I think we'll have enough time to get you guys at least into the game itself, though we probably won't get to show the entire thing on stream. But of course, you guys can carry on joining, even if we're not starting on the stream. Still just use the passkey ESL123 to get in, and we'll be back in 7 minutes, or possibly even less. Guys, welcome back. Our second semi-finalist here, this time between Energy Esports representing France and Destiny X representing the Switzerland side of things. Both of these teams making it through to the semi-finals last time round in the monthlies, but this time only one can make it to the finals.
Yeah, the Swiss Confederation this time around, as you said, taking on France. It's going to be an interesting matchup here between these two teams. Energy Esports will find the first kill with a grenade, but immediately will be traded back. Virus actually coming in and finding the two first kills for Energy Esports.
Yeah, as I said, you know, these teams, and Energy Esports coming in as my sleeper pick for today. Certainly, it's a tough match against Destiny to go up so early on. Destiny and Victory of Lords, the team which I think, you know, historically we'd be expecting to see in the grand finals today, and for good reason. We saw how effective Victory of Lords were in the last semi, but we'll see. Maybe Energy will surprise us and give us a different looking finals than we expected.
Maybe they will, kind of bit. I'm looking forward to seeing at least if Destiny this time around can move in to the grand final. Last time around, they met Victory of Lords in the semi-finals, so obviously I think they would love to get some revenge against that French squad.
Well, Red Bull for that French squad, the Energy Esports side of things, looking very good though. I think maybe taking a moment to just contemplate how far they've come in the early game. At 3-0 so far, very impressive stuff, along with Virus getting that triple kill set up. Destiny seems to be in a little bit of trouble. They have got YOLO, Sultan, and Yumari, as well as Suthi on the squad. Though, Devon, 1-1 so far. It's, let's see, I guess it'll be YOLO so far who's doing the best of the Destiny squad, but nothing to break out as of yet.
Has no top fractor from Destiny, and that does mean that Energy, they can control the game pretty easily. Right here, Sufi X trying to find that one kill, will not get it, but with a grenade, Virus instead will get a kill onto Sultan.
Very, very close with Suthi. Manages to lock down a whole bunch of kills in a hurry. Will get stripped down to just minimal health at the end of that last exchange. We're getting a lot of the assaults out on the field. And honestly, you know, Destiny definitely came into this one as favourites, but I'm impressed it's this close.
Well, I can understand why you are that kind of fit, because Destiny and Energy Esports, even though Energy, they are the third seeded team, there's usually a big distance between the third seeded team, the second seeded team, and the first seeded team. But Energy Esports, they're keeping up so well with Destiny X.
Devon stalking around with the other Destiny members, gonna move out towards the boxes and get some nice flank kills. Does take down Virus, but YOLO is able to trade back just as quickly, taking down to very minimal health. Those melee kills, a death sentence for both parties in close quarters when backup is forthcoming, as Sultan comes slamming in it to the Energy side of things. It's looking pretty good so far in this game, but it's going to be mostly YOLO who's getting the applause, at least in the early going.
Yeah, right now has 10 kills on Destiny X. Now they're running away with it. 5 kills in the lead, but airstrike is being deployed by Energy Esports. And that does mean that they could potentially find an explosive kill right here. But Destiny, they're keeping up. They are ahead. But right here, Energy Esports, they find 4 kills in a row. And suddenly that lead has been reduced down to only 3.
3 minutes left to go. Destiny now have that relatively comfortable lead. A full team fight +2 as it turns out. As Destiny, I think they're taking some of that Vol style. As we come towards the later game, they're stepping up their intensity. And Energy Esports, I think, are struggling to keep up.
They are certainly, they can't keep up the pressure. They have lost all their steam. Sultan looking for the kill, will not get it right there with the pistol. Actually, never mind, in the end he will get it, and that marks the 40th kill for Destiny.
Still, we've still got that 5 kill differentiation between the two. Remember, Red Bull from much earlier on was the MVP of the Energy Cyber YOLO, dispatching them with ease. I think Destiny going to start leveraging these kill streaks into some serious military support to put this game beyond reach for Energy.
Destiny X, they will go 1-0 up here in this semi-final. One more kill is all they need to end out this game. And the Swiss Confederation will take the first game. With a 10 kill lead, Destiny X, even though it was so close for a long time, they end up just running away with it. And Energy Esport, they might need to find some more energy for game number 2.
Alright guys, so we will have the continuation of our final semi-finals to determine who will be going on to face the Victory of Lords team in best of 5 grand finals action in just a few minutes time, so don't go anywhere and we'll be right back. Welcome back, one and all. Let's get into things on the museum as we head into our second semi-finals, game number 2. Destiny one step away from joining Victory of Lords in the grand final today and competing for their share of the €500 prize pool. Deedless, do you think Destiny have got what it takes?
I definitely think they do that, but you know what? The first game in the semi-final was so close between these two teams. I thought Energy Esports would take it for a long time. Now Destiny, they managed to snap it out of Energy Esports' hands, and now I think that Destiny, they're gonna have their fair share of trouble here against Energy Esports, because Energy Esports, they have shown up. They're not here to play, and right now they have a 5-kill lead.
Yeah, some real nice work coming in from the French team in the early going. You see multiple members with some very impressive records. GRGN, Midday, Subway and Virus, all with 2 kills to their name, making up a very strong opening minute, which almost puts Energy Esports a fifth of the way towards equalizing the series.
That is true, Counterfeit and Energy Esport. They would love to do so, at least for now. Coming out swinging against Destiny. And might have just a 6-kill lead. So actually they are 100% ahead of Destiny X. And now Destiny X, they're gonna have to find a way back into this game, because game number 1 was very close. And Destiny, they wouldn't want to end this game on such a note.
Virus doing some real nice work, being absolutely deadly with that Cog B. He's going to be facing down multiple members of the squad. We're seeing the Destiny side of things bringing the commander in, but Virus drops down the boom. And Energy Esports, they build on their early success. They're now rolling it into the 20s. And another minute down and another step forward. Energy Esports make even better use of minute 2 than they did of minute 1.
They certainly do, and they do fight their way back a bit, but Energy Esport right here coming in with those bombers, with those air strikes. They're not stopping, they're not done. They have a hammer that they want to throw against Destiny X, and Destiny X, it's looking like they can't evade it.
Now that hammer's gotta drop down. Imri does manage to stem the tide, if only for a moment. Devin trying to provide coverage around the Big Head Museum entrance kind of area. The Swiss Super Team are in real trouble here. Let's check in. It looks like Virus, yes, the player who's outstripping everybody else in the game by a massive, massive margin. We'll take a grenade to the face, and a second shot follow-up will finish off the job. Virus still gets the kill, though, even post-mortem.
Nice one, Counterfeit. Energy Esport, I said that they needed to regain their energy if they wanted to win game number 2, and my god, have they found the energy, have they found the momentum. They're putting the pressure onto Destiny X, but if they aren't careful, Destiny X, they'll make their comeback, only behind by 7 kills now. So Energy Esport, they need to be careful, as Destiny X, they're creeping closer and closer.
Energy have slowed down that freight train just a little bit as we cross the halfway mark, but they are very close to done as Virus lands another perfectly placed grenade, even with multiple Destiny members trying to deal with them. Not managed to do it at all. Will finally fall down, but the damage is done as Midday picks up another from long range. That Imp able to provide that coordination factor that has kept everything looking kosher for the France team so far.
The French team right here, so close to winning the second game in this semi-final. Destiny, they would have loved to take this 2-0, but Energy Esport, they have one thing to say, and that is that they want to win the semi-final right now, winning game number 2, pushing us to a third game on overtime.
Sultan does a good job, that Severance shotgun, but of course a good response from the side of Energy Esport. That Imp able to pump some of its damage through the commander's shield. I mean that it's always a little bit of a dicey proposition, even in close quarters where the commander should be working the best.
2 more kills. All Energy Esport they need, and the match has been completed. Virus with a grenade onto YOLO will conclude this chapter.
So guys, it's looking like we are going to be seeing a third game between Destiny and Energy Esports representing France. Certainly an eye-opening performance from Virus in that game, though we did have some good numbers coming in. Devon, and to a lesser extent Umri for the side of Destiny, put in a sterling performance as well. But stay tuned guys, we'll be looking to bring you Game 3 in just a few minutes time. Alright guys, so we're just waiting on our next game to come in. So while we do, we're going to jump onto the battlefield because we could get called back to duty at any moment. And this is the fastest kind of game to get set up. Ahem. So all we know at the moment is that the Victory of Lords squad are currently waiting in the grand final. We need to find them or their opposition for best of 5 competition. Do you think, Dealers, maybe we'll find all the teams on the battlefield here, kill them, take their spots, and take their gold?
Peter, I'm sure you could win a monthly grand final on your own, simply because you are the best at Modern Combat 5. Thumbs up.
I agree. Right, let's get back into things. Where should we drop? Not the airport.
I think you should drop at the airport.
What's that good of you here? What's with you at airports, man? Ooh, that's a good pickup. We've got our favourite gun. Ooh, and also some decent attachments, I think. Oh, crap.
Oh, Peter, we do have a pass. So that's good that you just died.
I guess it is. That was fun. I was impressed by how that person managed to find me and kill me instantly. So yeah, guys, we'll be back in just a minute or so's time once we jump into that pre-game lobby. Destiny X versus Energy Esports. The semi-finals will come to a close in just a few more minutes' time. We shall find out who will be going to the finals, so stay tuned and we'll be back soon. Welcome back from across the world. Semifinals Game 3 is here. Energy Esports. They surprised us all with a Game 2 victory. Can they do it again? Virus was the cause of Destiny's discontent.
But Destiny, they're fighting for their chance to get into the grand final. They want revenge against the Victory Lords for the last week, where they were thrown out in the semi-final counterfeit. So let's see if Energy Esport, they can put a stop to that. For now, Virus finding 2 kills with his grenades right there. And for Energy Esport, they have a 4-kill lead already with only half a minute being played.
Yeah, right place, right time, but Sultan and the rest of the squad are firing back. Well, Virus is untouched, has nearly all of Energy's kills. The rest of Destiny as a team are almost keeping up.
They certainly are, but keeping up is not enough. You want to be ahead, and you want to get to the 50 kill mark first. It is more safe to do so with having a gigantic kill lead, of course, and Destiny X right now not looking as comfortable as they did in the end of game number 1.
For sure. The pressure definitely on Destiny. We'll see if, like the Victory of Lords squad, they can step up when it matters the most. Only 5 minutes and a half left for Destiny or Energy to make the impression, get to that finals, and get their share of the prize today. The February finals. Only the finals themselves, the best of 5 remaining after this game is done.
Yeah, Destiny X or Energy Esport will have to face Victory of Lords, who obviously are the big favorites to take today's tournament. But Energy Esport, they have not been in a grand final before. The closest they have gotten was always a 2nd place in the January 2019 finals, or they ended up in the 3rd place. They want to go all the way this time, but they have to get through Destiny X, and for now, Destiny X, they're keeping up, but as I said, Counterfeit, keeping up is not enough. You want to be ahead.
We seem to have the 2 standouts, Sultan and Virus, again in this game. As far as those grenades apparently so effective that they do not distinguish between friend and foe, which will give Destiny a chance to establish a lead for themselves. Suthi gets a couple with that bombing run, and Destiny, they're looking pretty good here after that stumble from Energy.
Well, they are, but we all know that Energy Esport, they can make their way back very fast in case they just get one finger, and thus are allowed to just, well, shoot down Destiny X. So Destiny X, they need to be careful. They can't stop now. They need to keep it up.
Advantage for the Swiss squad so far. Sufi and Sultan definitely leading the pack for Destiny. Energy starting to drift further behind. Noted before, we've got these 2 high-performing members of Destiny, but Virus is more or less carrying the Energy team on their shoulders alone.
Virus is putting in the work, has hit a lot of good grenades so far, and with 10 kills is looking to just continue his streak. Virus shooting another grenade, will find 2 kills. That guy is putting in so much work, finds another one with another grenade. Virus is unstoppable at this point.
That is crazy good. That managing to put the grenade between 2 members, turn out the 3rd one as well. There aren't many players you can say can take down more than half of a team by themselves comfortably.
No, that is true, and Virus is the big player right now for Energy Esport, but they have lost their steam. Destiny X, they're running away with it. 3 more kills and they would have a 10-kill lead, Counterfeit. Destiny X, they're so close, they can taste it, but Energy Esport, they are just behind them. So Destiny X, they can't give up now.
Let's see, so it's gotta be, Suthi from the side of Destiny. Does get taken out by a well-placed bit of military support, GIGN, taking some revenge from beyond the grave. Umri comes in, slams on another one for Destiny. It's seeming like a Virus is going to have run its course here. Destiny They want another shot at Victory of Lords. Energy, you've got one last chance.
The game is slowing down just a bit. Energy Esport and Destiny X are taking their time. Now is not the time to make mistakes, but right there, you do see Devin jumping down. Will, however, be able to trade some kills. And Destiny X, they have 6 kills in the lead. They just need 4 more. Energy, they need 10. Make that 9 as Gigan finds a kill right there. But Sultan will immediately trade it over. Destiny X, they are close. They need 2 more, and they will have won this semi-final.
Sultan, the score leader for Destiny right now, as Yellow grabs another. Sultan just needs one more shot through, but it's Devon who takes the credit. Destiny, irrespective, move to the finals to face against the Lords.
Congratulations to Destiny X. They could have looked more, or could have looked stronger, but taking the series is the most important thing. And now they get their shot at taking revenge against the team that threw them out of last week's competition, the last week's monthly final, that is, Victory of Lords.
Respect cross to Varus, did some incredible stuff in there. I think the strongest individual performance in the game. It doesn't really seem like anyone else from Energy Esports was remotely able to keep up with them, so I do wonder if we might see Varus switching around to perhaps Destiny or Victory of Lords in the future. We shall see. Certainly, when the teams gather all the top talents to themselves, they can become unstoppable. Let's get you guys back in. Let's go for a free-for-all once again. Let's chuck it into the museum. We have got our grand finals, of course, in just a few minutes' time. But for now, let's get you guys in on the action. Use the passkey ESL123 or the global chat invite to get in while we take our break. So dealers, you know, we saw some extremely impressive stuff from Energy, specifically from Virus in that one. Do you think if the rest of the Energy side had stepped up just a little bit more, we could have seen a different grand finalist?
Oh, I definitely think so, but it felt like their strongest game, and I think it's very easy to say this, was game number 2. Simply because they were very strong in that game. They came out and had, what, like a 20 kill lead at one point. So they definitely looked the strongest in that game. And if they could have somehow transferred that energy into game number 3, then I'm sure Energy Esports, they would have looked like a team with a lot of different energy.
So yes, as you guys can see, there is the ESL Discord linked in the YouTube chat at the moment. If you'd like to come and join in there, that's a great place to meet other MC5 fans. Potentially join the teams as well. There's recruitment channels in there. So if any of you guys are watching who would, who aren't on the team but would like to play an ESL official competition, that's really the best place to find other buddios to be able to sign up through the ESL site. Oh, is that link not working? Let me just check to see. It's working for me at least. I'll just type it out again just in case people are having trouble with it. Let's see. So I'm taking this from the ESL Discord's announcements though. Let's see. I don't think there's any way that could be out or... Sorry, welcome page. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a permanent link, so that should be okay. Okay, so Victory Lords Destiny X should be coming up shortly. We'll catch you guys in a few minutes' time with our grand finals. Welcome back, everybody. We are jumping right into our grand finals. Destiny X versus Victory of Lords. What we expected, but was almost Energy's spot if they could have just pushed us a little bit further.
But Counterfeit, I believe we're gonna have a very close match between these two teams. After all, it's the first seeded team against the second seeded team, and Destiny X, they are hungry for revenge because Victory of Lords, They threw them out of last week's monthly final in the semifinal. This time around, Destiny X. They want the grand prize. They want the fair share of 350. Well, they want the fair share of 500 euros, which is 350.
Yeah, that's the prize for coming in first place. 150 for the team that comes in second. So these games make a huge difference to each of these teams. We can see the grenades, the flurry being thrown backwards and forwards. These players can't even necessarily tell exactly where each other are, but with this many grenades, it's pretty hard to miss everybody.
It certainly is, and even though this game looked like Destiny X's to begin with, because they got a lot of kills in the first 30 seconds, the Victory of Lords, they have turned things around. Right now, rocking a 10 kill lead, and so close to making it even more.
The top 3 teams from today will get the ESL camo, though it's the prize money only extends to the top 2. Energy Esports in the chat. I don't know if that's our social media manager or their manager or whoever, letting us know that Energy has taken 3rd place, so we'll get that ESL camo, the coveted ESL camo, which you can only get from these monthly finals. These teams, Destiny X and Victory of Lords, amongst every other team that has played here today, that's one of the top 8 teams from the month of February.
And Victory Lords, they're looking like the best of the best, the cream of the cream kind of fit. With them having an 11 kill lead, they are so far ahead of Destiny X. And I'm not even sure Destiny X, they can actually fight against Victory Lords, because Victory Lords, they're essentially just spawn killing them at this point.
Yeah, it's a brutal display. We expected this to be a close encounter, but team captain and owner Stress, well, kind of kills the point a little bit by getting shot in the face, but that doesn't change the fact that the Lords are absolutely demolishing the Destiny side of things, and doesn't seem to be changing so far at least.
Oh, I don't think it'll change either, because Victory Lords, they hit their shots, they hit their grenades, and they get them kills. Right now, Victory Lords, that is what has given them this lead. And Destiny X, they simply cannot hit any shots, they can't get those kills. Right now, having only found 13 kills, that is not enough when you want to take down the first seeded team. And when it is in a grand final, of course.
The Lords looking pretty darn amazing right now. On the side of Destiny, none of the players so far have really been able to break out beyond, at best, trying to get close to an even kill death ratio. It's May and Stress, and to a lesser extent Harry, leading the charge for the Lords. Only 3 wins will guarantee that 350 euro prize. It's looking like it could be another Victory of Lords morning.
It certainly could be with the way things are going now. Unless Destiny X are able to change things around in game number 2, I don't think we're going to see them put up too much of a fight against Victory of Lords. But it's too early to say that things are over, because the next map will be Scramble, and that is completely different to our map right here, Vantage, which is more open and allows for a lot of snipers to come into effect.
Victory of Lords looking absolutely fantastic. I think May and Stress managing to stay neck and neck in this game. The 2-headed carries of the Victory of Lords squad, just absolutely eye-watering stuff as Cheeto and Harry lock down those final 2 kills, and Victory of Lords a hair's breadth away from doubling the Swiss team's score in that first game, and not a good omen for Destiny's chances in this next game coming up.
Certainly not counterfeit. We need to see Destiny exchange of things, so this could be a very quick grand final with the way things are looking right now.
As I said, Stress and May, definitely the MVPs of that time around, but we've got a best of 5 to get through. We are just getting started, so don't go anywhere. We shall return in 7 minutes or less with game number 2 of our grand finals of the Red February finals. Welcome back one and all. Our next game of our grand finals heads out onto Scramble as Victory of Lords showed up huge in the first game.
Yeah, they showed us all why they are the first seeded team kind of fit, and now they're looking to take a 2-0 lead against Destiny X here on our second destination, Scramble. It is still favored for those snipers, Victory of Lords. They used the snipers a lot in game number 1. And now, grenades are coming out flying and have found a lot of kills already.
Yeah, some really brutal, almost artillery-like exchange of explosives across almost the entirety of the outsides of Scramble. Seems to turn out pretty evenly. We'll be keeping our eyes, of course, on team owner Stress, as well as May, who's just suffered a grenade to the face from Sultan. But Destiny, certainly the start of this game, going evenly for them, based on how things went last time round, is honestly a pretty good start.
That is true, and now they just need to keep up with the Victory of Lords. But you know, kind of it, I have said that keeping up is not enough. You want to be ahead, and obviously Destiny X, they are ahead by just 1 kill. But the more kills that they can get ahead of the curve, ahead of Victory of Lords, the better.
Yeah, that line right now for Destiny seems to be looking like it's trending in a positive direction. We'll see how well they can keep this up in a later game. Certainly, with most of the action being around these wide open spaces, you can see some real big swings real quickly as the Victory of Lords squad move up as a squad, slam down a few more kills, and take back the lead from Destiny.
Victory of Lords, they figured out that running around with snipers is not the most effective strategy in order to take down Destiny X here on Scramble. So they have found the Cock V's. They are rocking that now, and they are instead just hammering Destiny X full of bullets.
A moment of silence over Scramble as the teams jostle for position once again. We can see a charge in from Harry, manages to pick up yet another kill as Destiny try and draw their defensive lines, trying to retreat back into a corner, but it's hard to be defensive when you're this far behind, and Harry is there to punish every single person who steps forward.
Sultan will find no kills right there. Stress finds a double kill. Drone being deployed by Victory Lord. Same goes with for an airstrike. 4 kills. In the lead is Victory of Lords, and they're not looking to slow down, but Destiny X might have found the answer to the Victory of Lords as they kept up in the first half of this game. And now, with us being a best of 5, I'm looking forward to seeing if Destiny X, they can keep up more with Victory of Lords on conversion or third destination.
I would say it always, but it's always true. If Victory of Lords win out here, it puts a crushingly large amount of pressure on Destiny, who would have to reverse sweep. The difference between a Destiny win here lets them reset the entire finals, turn it effectively into a best of 3. And that's a much, much less rarefied air they have to breathe.
Touche, counterfeit, and that would make it easier for Destiny X to make their comeback. Right now, just ahead with 1 kill. It was even just a second ago, and that is definitely in the favor of Destiny X.
Sultan getting another nice grenade kill onto Stress, but it is going to be Umri, the one with the hat. 11 and 4 so far, doing extremely well. And we've already seen a couple of times already, as much as the grenades are capable of picking up these multi-kills, once you can hit someone from range with the headshot from the Cogv, you can take out their neighbor just as quickly.
Ooh, a big grenade coming in there. Takes down Stress. And Destiny X finding a lot of kills. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, counterfeit. And we have only just gotten past 25 kills for the 2 teams. The French squad and the team from the Swiss Confederation both want to win this game. And Victory Lords are a bit behind now, but are actually fighting back.
Team Captain Stress almost catches back up the French team as, yeah, time is running out. Suddenly a much better game 2 for Destiny than it was for them in game number 1. Notice you guys in the chat noting down that the 24 kill difference between the two teams in the first game seems like a whole different matchup. Scramble certainly seems to be much more in Destiny's wheelhouse.
It certainly is, and they aren't right now just slowing things down. They know that they have 1 kill in the lead, but never more, as you will see Victory Lords finding a kill with the sniper right there. Devin will be the one to go down, but he will get a return kill immediately. And with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go, Destiny X, they can just fall back and they can force Victory Lord to come to them. Sultan finds a kill onto Cheeto with that Chicago V, and suddenly Victory Lords, they have a lot of pressure on them with only 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining.
You know, well, we've been seeing this for the whole game. Destiny have been trying to draw back into this defensive posturing, but given how many grenades there are flying around, this is still a dangerous thing to do. When the enemy knows where you are, they can just fill that place with grenades. However, Devin and Suthi managing to get kills. In May does get one back, but Umri going for the offensive version of defending will go and meet Vol in the field.
35 seconds, Destiny still having a 2 kill lead.
Ooh.
But oh, Stress with 2 kills from 1 grenade evens out the game. Suddenly it's much closer. Destiny X only 2 kills as they find a kill right there. 20 seconds left to go. Destiny X is looking like they'll be able to take this game. But right here, Victory of Lords, they find even more kills. 15 seconds.
It's all coming down to these last few fights. Destiny have drawn their battle lines. Yellow grabs another. Looks like Victory of Lords will be denied the chance to stand on top as Suthi grabs 2 more out onto the field. And Destiny stand triumphant.
Destiny X, they make the push towards the last step of this game. They win it and they even out the score. And now we're going to have at least 2 more games. Conversion is the next map. After that, it'll be Museum. And Destiny X, they still want that revenge. Just now, they have gotten 1 part of it.
Well, a lot of that's going to be down to the performance of Imri, who did some absolutely fantastic stuff in game number 2, despite a strong showing from Stress of the Victory of Lords squad. Couldn't quite measure up. And we'll have to see what game 3 has got in store. Stay tuned, guys. We will be back in just a few minutes' time as we'll see who will take the lead in the series. Welcome back, one and all. What an incredible game 2 of our grand finals. And now we get to see even more between Victory of Lords and Destiny as they stand one game apiece. D-List, I don't think either of us could have predicted, based on how strong Victory of Lords looked in game 1, that we'd end up in a third game with such a convincing victory for Destiny.
Yeah, you're definitely right. If I had to put my money on someone after watching game number 1, it would have been the Victory of Lords. But Destiny X, they fight back in game number 2. It was very, very close for a long period of time. So even now, I would still kind of give it over to the Victory of Lords, simply because they have looked more dominant in their victory.
That's true. As good as Destiny looks in the previous game, they weren't able to replicate. Oh my gosh, we gotta look at Harry right now because they're just murdering absolutely everybody.
He's definitely coming in here and saying that, hey guys, you can't take a game off of us without having to go through me in the following game. Harry, putting in the work, finding 5 kills. This guy, he's mad.
Doesn't seem to be willing to take it anymore. 9-5 for the Victory Lords squad, looking pretty good. As you said, D-List, we know how dominant the Lords can be. But we'll see if Destiny can surprise us once more. YOLO. But I think it's seeming like for the Lords, Harry, especially with this extra kill streak power from, I presume, taking the core on the heavy, on the assault class, is allowing Victory Lords to feel pretty comfortable.
Hey Peter, I have a quick stat for you. Harry has shot 45 bullets, and he has an accuracy of 15. That means that he's hit 7 bullets.
Oh, well there you go. Maths, it's not just good for...
Yeah, see, I'm not quite sure what I wanted to highlight by that, but I was just like, wait, 45 bullets and 15 accuracy, that's not a lot of shots being hit. Looking at the stats, however, kills in the favor of Victory Lords, and damn, that's a big difference in explosive kills.
Well, not just that as well, the military support, 4 kills locked down from the Victory Lords side, 0 from Destiny so far. We'll see if they can keep it going as team captain and owner Stress doing an incredibly good job for the squad, as well as Harry's initially very strong performance that they've kept up so far.
Now Harry coming out with a sniper rifle, but will go down to Yumari from afar with a cock V. Yumari having 5 kills is also putting in the work for Destiny X. Right now they are behind with 10 kills. Victory of Lords, as I said, I would still put my money on them simply because they have looked more dominant in game number 1, where they had such a big lead when they won against Destiny X.
Well, the lead seems to be pretty substantial right now for the Lords. I think it's going to continue to be on the shoulders of Stress. That 4 kill death ratio, that's an easy one to calculate. And Harry, doing so much work early on, has started to drop off a little bit. Hasn't picked up a kill for at least a few moments. And Devon taking them out again could open the door for Destiny to start clawing away at that massive Victory of Lords lead.
But they need to start doing that soon, because there's only 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, counterfeit. And with Victory of Lords having a 10 kill lead, make that 11. There's a lot of ground to be caught up on. And Destiny X, it needs to be now.
I think Umari is, yes, the only member of the squad with a positive kill death ratio right now. Things are looking dire for Destiny. Which is, honestly, I wondered if Destiny would be able to swing that momentum from Game 2 back into Game 3, but, as good as these teams are, I think there's only so much they can give on, I guess, must be just a preference of maps. We'll have to see how Game 4 switches things up.
Yeah, well, for now, Destiny X, it's not looking like they're gonna win game number 3. Victory Lords sitting very comfortable here in this game. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. I don't think we're going to see the Destiny X come back. And Victory Lords, they will go 2-1 up here in this grand final. Our next map will be Museum. And there it is going to be decided between these two teams.
Well, so in the close quarters, still the Swiss team fighting valiantly, but the Lords are just way too far ahead. Harry, I think, has passed that mantle of the scorekeeper for the team across to May and across to Cheeto, who we haven't really talked about so much in this game, but it's got a eye-watering 8 kills and only 1 death so far.
Which is quite good when you want to win a game, and that is what we're going to see from Victory of Lords. They're going to win game number 3, and Destiny X, they're going to have to pull out more of their clutch magic here against Victory of Lords, because now they have their back against the wall in game number 4.
As you said, Cheeto hiding there at the bottom of the scoreboard, definitely the best performing member of the squad, but recognition has to go across to Harry as well for an incredible start to the game, and for May locking down the most kills available. Destiny, one last chance to stay in the finals. 200 euros, the difference between the winners and the losers of this series. So don't go anywhere. We shall return 7 minutes or less with a continuation and possibly conclusion of our grand finals. Welcome back, one and all. Game number 4 of our grand finals is here. The museum will bear testament to history in the making. Will Victory of Lords have another entry in the honor roll, or will Destiny sharp once again and turf the Lords from their thrones?
Destiny X, they're gonna have to pull out some magic right here, Counterfeit, because in game number 1 and game number 3, Victory of Lords, they dominated so hard, and Destiny X, they just couldn't keep up. Now, for Destiny X to keep up this time around, they need to go toe-to-toe with Victory of Lords and fight them every chance they get. Fight them 1v1, fight them 2v2, just make sure that you don't give Victory of Lords the chances to cut you down without finding a trade.
Well, we know where Victory of Lords are most comfortable. The sarcophagus room has been a site of success for them before, but Devin coming in, the rest of the team do manage to actually take the advantage over Victory of Lords on their home turf, as it was. We'll be going back to these long corridor fights once again. The brutal exchanges that even leave the survivors with barely any hit points left.
Ooh, Destiny X. Oh, nice grenade from Sultan. And now airstrikes are coming in. Double deployment of airstrikes. Victory of Lords, they go down to 1. They go down to 2 airstrikes. And suddenly Destiny X finding 4 kills in a quick succession.
Majors come in to try and shut it down. Gets the double kill before falling down themselves. Everybody's dying again and again. Explosions raining in from every single side as both teams climb up that scoreboard at an almost equal rate. But Destiny, with that kill from YOLO, will start to pull out ahead ever so slightly.
I told you, Counterfeit, that Destiny X, they needed to pull out the magic. I think we're seeing that right here with a 5-kill lead. They are ahead of Victory of Lords. And they have found the way to go toe-to-toe and duel with Victory Lords and win those duels as well.
Yeah, the Swiss team looking pretty good for their redemption arc. Need to win this game and the next game in a row to take home that €350 prize for first place. It has been quite the month as we've been catching up on our various monthly finals. These teams have been through the ringer, but once this weekend is done, we should be all caught up. So we'll be back to our regular programming. I will miss a little bit having this high intensity MC5 competitive environment though.
Yeah, Counterfeit, I agree with you. I like seeing the best teams in the MC5 scene just clash time and time again every week. And that's not going to be something that we're going to see. It's going to be once a month. So while we're not going to be as spoiled, we're still going to see that. And we're still going to have something to look forward to.
The seconds tick away on this game 4 of our finals. Victory of Lords. It looks like they're going to go for the slow and steady approach, or maybe not, as they come charging in. Memory, we saw them in the chat earlier, but now back onto the main Victory of Lords lineup as this all-important game 4 goes forward. Destiny seems to be dictating pace right now, but Cheeto lands the double with a post-death grenade. But Destiny, they're still ahead.
Well, he also killed a team member right there, and that's not what you want to see in a grand final. No team kills, please. While you say that, Counterfeit, Destiny certainly are ahead, but Stress! Double kill right there after going down. 4 kills is still what the Destiny X lineup is rocking. But I don't think they're going to be doing that for a long time. Now, Victory Lords, they are biting back.
Still so very close. A difference of just 2, now 3, with 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Remember, Destiny, they have to win this one. Victory of Lords, they could take the loss here and still go on to take the whole thing. Memory doing well for the squad. In fact, I think, yes, the best performing Devin for the side of Destiny, though, outstripping Memory in this game. Will take a grenade courtesy of them, but I don't know if they can overcome that individually such strong performance.
Ooh, Counterfeit, this game is so close. 40 kills to Destiny X, 42 to Victory of Lords, and 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. This game is even, and they're just trading kills left, right, left, and right, and Victory of Lords. They just need 6 more to finish this grand final.
Victory of Lords, they are ahead. Cheeto and Memory land 2 in a row. Time is running out for Destiny. Soothie manages to fight back into the game. The Lords only 2 away, but Destiny could match, and they will do so in an instant. Sultan grabs 1. It's all down to these last few moments. There's so much time left on the clock, but we know in reality, the Lords and Destiny X, it all hinges on these next few moments.
Just one more grenade, just one more shot, one spray with a cock 3, one slack 7H or a DBS. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. The teams, they're pulling apart. They're trying to just cover their entrances and make no mistakes. These 2 teams, they have the pressure on them. Destiny X feels like they might want to be the team going for the push. But for now, Victory Lords, if they're sticking together, they will not fall down. But Yumari will go down to a grenade from Cheeto. 1 more kill for Victory of Lords.
Well, this is crucial. They look like both teams were going to run down the clock, but I think Umari wanted to try and sneak in, grab a kill off of Victory of Lords, and then retreat to the rest of the squad. Didn't count on getting a grenade to the wall, so Destiny are now the ones forced to come to the Victory of Lords. They've only got 46 seconds to do it. It all comes down to this. Victory Lords have the advantage, but 2 kills is nothing.
It certainly is, and with 35 seconds left to go, Destiny X, they just need to find those kills and land those shots before... Oh, Cheeto goes down! But in the end, Victory Lords, they win, and they take the grand final 3-1.
Fantastically played. I can only apologize. We didn't manage to catch it right on the stream there. We caught the wrong angle. We got caught off guard just as Victory of Lords looked like they were about to themselves. An incredible performance from Devon in that game. The strongest of anybody on either team. But ultimately, Destiny denied. And the Lords once more ascend their thrones.
Congratulations to the Victory of Lords picking up this grand final. And that means that they're going to be winning 350 euros. Well played by them once again, reigning as the champions.
So guys, that will be the end of this stream, but we have got many more for you over the course of this weekend. Let's see, in 4 hours and 20 minutes from right now, we will be returning with our next weekly tournament. And then tomorrow, we will be having our Red March Cup at 4 o'clock UK time, and at 9 o'clock UK time, the last monthly finals of our big month of monthly finals in the Blue February finals themselves. I've been Peter Canapé-Harnell, joined by Jesper Daedalus for today's competition. You can find Daedalus at DaedalusCast on Twitter.
Casts.
Is it cast?
With an S to begin in the end.
Done it! I was so very close. If you haven't already, please do follow Modern Combat on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Mobcrush, and Twitch. They love it when they get some more followers, so please get that in there if you haven't already. You can find me at Counterfeit Casts all around the place. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will hopefully catch you a little bit later on tonight, or if not, then we'll see you tomorrow.